Hello and welcome back to Bramall Does. In this video I'm going to be showing you how, well, it's actually the first time for me for doing a loaf of bread in the Ninja Foodi Max 15-in-1. So it's the air fryer. I just normally use my oven. I use my Dutch oven for my breads inside the oven, or open bake on a tray in the oven. So this is the first time, so this footage is the first time for me doing it. Let's go and see what sort of results we get. What I will say is the actual method for doing the dough is in the earlier video, how easy to make bread on the channel. So I'm just not going to be putting that footage in. It's going to be skipping straight through, really, from where the dough is going to be first proof, because that's what this guideline is in their book. Okay, see you in a minute. The ingredients for the air fryer bread. If you're going off the actual ingredients from the book, they say 500 grams of strong plain flour, 7 grams of instant yeast, 300 mils of lukewarm water, a teaspoon of salt, 2.5 tablespoons of olive oil, and then an extra 250 mils of water and soft butter for greasing. The extra 250 mils of water is for when you steam. Right, so we're using the Ninja Foodi Max and going to do a loaf of bread in it, following their guidelines. I've got my own dough recipe, but first thing to say is cut a piece of parchment paper that fits in the bottom of, what's this called again?
Cook and crisp basket.
Cook and crisp basket. Then it says put the dough inside the basket, close lid, move slider on the Foodi Max to air fry / hob position, select proof, set temperature to 35 degrees C, and then set for 60 minutes, start, and then it's going to prove for 60 minutes in a controlled temperature environment. So all I've got to do is grab my dough, which I've made, just giving it a bit more of a knead. So you can see I made a dough. I'm going to put that in there. It does say on here that you need soft butter for greasing, so I'm going to give it a quick greasing inside here just to help prevent any sort of sticking. So we'll come back again. We're on proof on here, and now we're on 35 degrees for 1 hour. Okay, so the first proving is done, so you can see it's risen. So what I've got to do now is take this basket out, then I'm going to put it on my board here, and what I'm going to do is put it on the board and knock it back. Put that basket back in there, there's the paper. Put that paper back in. So just knock it back. Shape it again. Back into a round. And what I've got to do, before I put this back into the air fryer, got to add 250 mils of water to the bottom of the air fryer. The basket can go back in. And then this goes back into the basket and lid down, proof for the second time. How long is this one for, does it say?
50 minutes.
50 minutes on 35 degrees. So basically the same again, but a little bit less time. Okay, so now we've got to, it's had its second proof. It's been on 35 degrees. I think it was it 45 minutes, that one?
50.
50 minutes. Now we've got to check it, see if it's risen. Yeah, it has, happy with that. So the next stage, do you want to just talk us through the next stage, what we've got to do now?
Move it to the combi steam position, select steam bread, 180 for 20 minutes.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead, do that, and then come back and we'll see what the end result's going to be like. Okay, so we've got it on steam bread, 180 degrees, 20 minutes, and we're off. Right, so now the Ninja air fryer's stopped. It's done its little beeping noise. This is a big reveal. Let's see what this loaf looks like. What I've got to do now is get the basket out and then let it cool for about 30 minutes or more before you can cut into it. So you may have a big load of steam coming out here when I do this, but I don't know. So you can see it's definitely brown. Now this is the fun bit, because I've got such big hands and these mitts. I've got to try and get this out of here. So here's the entertainment. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually tip it out the basket. See, that's crispy up there. Feeling crispy. It's not stuck. Put the basket back in. And there you go, you can see that's the loaf from the air fryer. What I'll do, I'll let it cool and then I'll take a slice out of it and see what it's like. It actually feels like it's going to be okay. So yeah, let's come back and see what happens. Okay, so the bread, like I say, first time in the Ninja Maxi 15-1 air fryer. First time we've done it in there. Seems to have turned out quite crispy top on that. Let's, you can hear that crunch. Let's slice into it, see what sort of crumb we've got. There we go. Got a little bit of lift on that, but there's the crumb, which to me looks pretty good. There's the actual, that bit of crust. So what I'll do, I'll put a little bit of margarine on this, and Regan has volunteered to taste this one. I'm a bit full after tea, so Regan's going to do a tasting for us, quickly tell us what it's like. If she thinks it's disgusting, hopefully she tells us so. Right, there's the bread. Let's pass that to Regan. Have a bite of that and I'll show this on there. But the crumb is looking really well, and it's really soft, which is quite impressive for an air fryer. So go on, Regan, what's your verdict?
It's really nice and like fluffy and light.
So it's one we'll do again.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, okay. So there it is. That's the air fryer loaf. Quite easy. I keep saying it. You know, do the recipe, do the dough, and then just follow the guidelines for the air fryer. Okay, go back to me ending the video. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. It's the first time for us, like I say, and it's worked out really well. I mean, Regan just doing that taste test, she liked it. Then Mrs. B tried a little piece and she liked it. So yeah, it's another option for us, to be honest. It's just making that dough up, put it in the air fryer, a few timings, a few buttons, and at the end you just get the bread. So it's quite handy. It's got the proving temperature in there for it as well, so it's all in one pot basically, so quite good. So yeah, that was interesting. So hopefully you like that. Put any comments below, any questions. I'll try my best to answer them. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.